What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Stanley Enow, the one and only African gentleman, and right now you're watching Voxafrica. Let's go.
Mamie t'es sexy, moi je t'apprécie. Mamie t'es magique, para pari para. You drive me crazy. Oh no 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 no. Tu me mets KO. I go chef Korobo, chop Calabar, push my libido. Ra 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 ra. I go chef Korobo, chop Calabar, push my libido. La 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 la. She got my pretty gotta go. Para pari paro, para pari paro, para pari paro. She got my pretty gotta go. Para pari paro, para pari paro, para pari paro, She rolling with a Godfather. She knows say I be done dada. It's a must protect her. Yeah.
Para Pari Paro is a CE that is an imaginary CE that we just created in our minds when we're creating a song where we just want to take people to, and it had a lot of local impact. But I think it's a song that still deserves to be heard by the whole world, and one thing is gonna lead to another. But talking about Scott Storch, that's a legend. That you're talking about, I think, an 8-time Grammy Award-winning producer. Scott Storch is the ish. That's the person you wanna will live for moments like that. So working with Scott Storch, I think he's worked with just a few artists on the continent. I'm very grateful to be part of them. And I know he's worked with Davido, he's worked with Burna Boy, and that's those I know of so far. So me, like a small Cameroon kid, working with such a producer, I just want to thank Paul Afodi for my brother in LA, and also thank David Alki David, Greek Nigerian born, beautiful sweet soul, living in LA. We just connected us on FaceTime. Yo, what's up? So working with Scott was just like a revelation of, yo bro, you can go places. And yeah. I think success, or ultimate success, would come when you can sit down and be like, yo, you've made a lot of stacks for your people, not for yourself. Because to make it for your people means that you've transcended yourself, right? And that's how I just want to be used by the heavens, to be someone that can free a whole generation of people that are not seeing white as white, or white to them is still gray. You want to show them that white is even whiter than white.
Moi là tu me wanda. Nous on sort au chap, on fait que fala. Toi tu sais quoi, tu fais que hala. You de hala, mais you de hala. Moi là tu me wanda. Nous on sort au chap, on fait que fala. Toi tu sais quoi, tu fais que hala. You de hala, mais you de hala. Tous les jours en boulot, on ne dort pas. Le jet est privé, moi je veux ça. La moula. C'est Dieu qui donne. Tous les jours en boulot, on ne dort pas. Le jet est privé, moi je veux ça. La moula, c'est Dieu qui donne.
Me had to find my way, my brother find your way too. Love not time by time.
I live in an attitude of gratitude, right? But I just try not to overpack myself with what I've already achieved, because bruh, when you look at some other people and what they're doing, there's levels to this. Proud of what we have, but there is more to achieve, and I just want to be able to remain and just be that vessel, living in full bloom of excellence for the people. And I thank you for reminding me that we have been doing a quite significant job, but I'm happy that it's coming from you. I don't want to feel like I'm already doing so much, because if I start counting what I'm doing, I might think I've done enough. Not that what we've done is not enough, but there is more to be done. And like a wise man said, you know, the peak of a mountain is the bottom of another. So, bruh, I just want to be in that position where I can really go further than human imagination can ever imagine. If I have to say that's tautology, I hope it's allowed.
It's allowed.
And pop. You know we don't carry last. See we now we they carry fresh. You know how we do, ma. Hip hop king come from Cameroon.
The way you enter my brain, you dey make me the first to go. This one I see. And if I buy Range Rover, I go buy Lamborghini as well. The way you enter my brain, you dey make me sing like so. And if I sing another song, I dedicate my song to you. This one should be yours. One should be yours. One should be yours. One should be yours.
For me, it's been the cool, beautiful 10 years, but like I said, I'm on a new other realm right now where I'm just coming super fresh, like a newbie, like a rookie, competing with myself and the smallest, you know what I mean? Because that's how you grow, you know. I thank God for everything, and I don't dwell on past glory, right? So for me, it's how can I prepare my next 10 years, my next 20 years, right? So yeah, I'm very happy. You know, God is gonna bless us this year. We're definitely gonna be doing like a stadium show. I might want one in Cameroon, but you know how God works. He might give you one in Côte d'Ivoire, he might give you one in Congo, he might give you one in Nigeria. So the digital world and this era has shown how talent can come out from everywhere. It's no one person that has the monopoly of success. It's just you as a talent, or me as a talent, trying to let God guide and manage and control the situation. I'm happy and grateful to God to have been one of the people who contributed heavily in making sure that the scene has a beautiful scenery and you know, being part of the flowers on the pot, you know. So yeah, so I just want to thank the vase, because the vase gives us the opportunity to be one of the flowers, and the vase is the base, and the base is home, is Africa, is the cradle of our fathers. And it's very important to acknowledge those that have been there before. You know, people like the BTPs, like the Papa Wembas, King Sunny Ade. Big respect to our granddad, Fela Kuti, and you know, Manu Dibango, I see you, rest in paradise. And you know, the Richard Boners, the Angelique Kijos, setting the precedence for the Burners, for the Davidos, for the Wizkids and all of that, you know. So I'm really proud to be part of that generation that stayed in the house and just watched other people do it and be like, yes, our children can also do it today.
It's Davido, Stanley Enow. How many girls I know? So many them I know wanna take control. How many girls you know just wanna see you grow? Say my name. How many girls I know? So many them I know wanna take control. How many girls you know just wanna see you grow? Oh yeah.
You know, your story is interesting till you make it. Like, it's 10 years plus. You know, because it's been times where I've been on TV as a host, times where I've been, you know, on radio, pushing in school and da-da-da-da. But I mean, 10 years because my first hit song, Hein Père, dropped 10 years ago. So that's where you can count, you know what I mean? People don't care about your hustle. That's why I used to tell people, make it. Try and make it. Because that's where your story becomes interesting, right? Because everybody has a story, right? This person was homeless, da-da-da-da, man, they don't care. Make it, and the story will sell.
Time for the girls with the break dance. One time for the girls with the break us. One time for my love for you. One time for my love for you. One time to the girls with the break dance. One time for the girls with the break hearts. But one time for my love for you. One time for my love for you. And I get that boy to touch my kele.
It's always good to have the talent, but it's good to refine it. It's like, you know how to play soccer, but you still have to go to soccer school to just refine your talent, because talent is just one thing, but you know, training is better, you know what I mean? Because if you don't really train and upgrade your skills, you know, we have a lot of people that are like very, very dope, you know, like even hairstylists, you'd be like, hey, I have this sister, she is gifted with fingers, but you know, if you go to school, you refine it, and there's some errors you wouldn't be able to make. It's just like tailoring. You see this person is a good tailor, but you say his finishing has a problem. You know what I mean? Because you have to go and learn. So I was just like, let me learn. And now I just want to learn many different things, you know, playing the keys, you know, like, yeah, just, yeah.
Elle s'appelle Carmen, Carmen.
Die for your love.
She's my Carmen, Carmen.
Die for your love.
She's my Carmen, Carmen.
Die for your love.
She's my Carmen, Carmen.
Die for your love.
I'm just fast forwarding my life because I don't want to dwell on what I did. I just want to dwell on what I can do. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed to have grown with a certain generation. And because imagine if you're 26 today and you're from Cameroon, it means that when I was dropping my first world classic, you were 16. So I have people I've grown with. I have to try as much as possible to catch up with their now thinking, with the thinking of now, right? And focus, you know what I mean? So I just pray that God is gonna, like, you know, guide and help us as we move. Because, yeah, it's not about the past 10 years was for the people, but now is for not the people of now only, it's for generations to come. So it's on another, the vision is I think it's clearer. That's why I wear dark shades to make sure, because it's, you know.
Je fais les dos, je fais le nyama, je fais les fox. Et vu le poids de ma carrière, moi là je bombe le tox. Fidèle à mon poste, moi là je suis toujours d'attaque. Guerrier, bon, go, si tu me charges, je te coxe. Mais qu'est-ce qui ne va pas? King Kong lui chante, lui le capo des rap. Ils disent que je ne rappe pas, une chose qu'ils ne savent pas. I'm the real Don Dada, Stanley Enow, she's an artist higher than just a rapper.
But for me, as a young African man, it's to just make sure that, you know, my people feel super proud of where they come from. This is a great time to be African, like a great time. And remember, like I said, if you don't acknowledge where you come from, you can't really appreciate the path, or you can't even know where you're heading to. So imagine being black in America 30 years ago. Even now it's kind of complex. So imagine being African in America. So I'm just trying to. It's tough, you know, like what people like the Angelique Kijos and all of those are brothers that left, our fathers, left the continent to go flourish in places like, you know, New York, and how it was super hard. Because if being black in America used to be a problem, or it's still a problem, like how does being African sound with an accent that is super strong? But those guys thrived and they're still making it up to date. Digital, stream or no streams, the guys are there. So you could tell that there's something about essence, like knowing where you're from. And yeah, it's big. It's really big. So even the basketball players right now that are of African descent are super proud, prouder than ever. And that's because of the impact of the culture. So right now is a time for every African talent to go out there and showcase what they have. That's the mindset. So my bones are becoming stiffer and stiffer. And yeah, man, but you know, I'm not sure I could dance anymore, but you know, I think I'll take some courses, you know, like I was telling this one of my homegirls, Corey, beautiful UK dancer from Cameroon, and I was telling her I need to come take, you know, classes, because you know, with time, different priorities, and you know, you just keep growing, and yeah, there's new techniques. Yeah, because I'm very young, but I'm kind of old, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, so.
From the lap in a yongo, ex machine bin yongo, wo me real dance yongo, kore, you know get na yongo, if JJ yongo, umata pong yongo, Rene Clement yongo, Ashley Leti yongo.
Health and education is a priority for me. Health is a little bit complex because it's different. You know, education is pretty much straight, right? Like, want to make sure kids have access to school and but you know, with water it's a little bit complex because there's chemicals, you know, it's a little bit complex. But you know what, those are priorities for me, health and education. I want to see an African generation that understands coding properly, right? Then to be teaching them some, you know, no disrespect, some ancient history about Marie Antoinette, right? That's old school, right? You want to be able to initiate the kids to some new stuff. You want to tell them about AI, right? Yeah, the kids have to be aware. They have to be fully aware, because they know things, but sometimes they know the wrong things. They have to be exposed to what is necessary for continent and nation building. It lies in our hands, you know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see how it goes.
And my waist like Falipu, slam your brain like Pascal Siakam, smoke my enemies like Shisha, my ego big like a bank account. African gentlemen are the takeover, walk up for my people, yeah, I protect them. Even if it means not the last supper, jump from the plate like a grasshopper.